My buddies at work telling me, always in the dealership, MJ can't fix this, MJ can't fix that. My boy, a mechanic at Honda on West Philly and them, they say MJ can't even replace a headlight. Y'all need to shut up! Y'all text toolboxes ain't lit. All y'all beginner oil change techs talking about MJ ain't no master tech, MJ ain't no engineer, MJ a fake. Shut your mouths up! Y'all don't wrench with MJ. Y'all know he got a 24-inch Matco ratchet, replacing Honda Odyssey transmissions with his eyes closed. MJ been fixing cars and houses since I don't know when. Y'all tech stop playing him like that. MJ a master technician out here. He can fix anything. If UFO crashes in the desert, the FBI is calling MJ to come fix it. If I catch another technician talking sweet about MJ 100K, I'm throwing a toolbox in the ocean. I'm not even playing no more. Y'all know he roll with Angry McNerdy facing them? What's up, guys? It's MJ 100K here, and I am coming in hot. Okay, I'm coming in red hot, and I am upset at this. I got a comment on my UTI, Lincoln Tech, or Community College, which one to go to video. So this YouTuber, he said, looks like he's considering going to UTI or Lincoln Tech, which either one is a bad idea, number one. So I told him I'd make a video. I'm not yelling at you. I won't say your name here, but you know who I'm talking to. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at UTI and Lincoln Tech. So please just listen to what I have to say here and try to make a decision. Anyway, looks like he is in school, like a high school right now, and he's considering one of these two programs. First of all, don't go to either one of them. They're both terrible. Oh, they're dumb and dumber, okay? Lincoln Tech is dumb and UTI is dumber. They're both terrible. They're both for-profit colleges, and they're interested in making a buck off you, okay? So it looks like it's about 32 grand now to go to Lincoln Tech. Just way too much. And there's 55,000 for UTI. 55,000. Are you serious? Plus rent? They're charging people rent now? Who do they think they are? Like, seriously, you got to pay rent to go to UTI? I bet they got some terrible little apartment for you to live in. Oh my gosh, please don't go there. That is the worst idea ever. $55,000 in student loans. Seriously? Dude, that is more student loans than I have, okay? And I have an engineering degree, all right? And even though I'm not an engineer right now, I'm doing construction and I just started my business. Some engineering place emailed me today, like, hey, you want to, like, I interviewed with them for a job a while ago, and they're like, oh, well, the job, they took it away, but now they're giving it back. Anyway, they want me to interview there, and I have an engineering degree, and I don't have that much student loans, and it would have been much less had I not changed from electrical engineering to automotive engineering. I got like 2 years worth of electrical engineering credits that I didn't end up using. But dude, that's way too. It's a mechanic job, dude. It's blue collar, and there's blue collar is awesome, but you don't need to spend that much to do it. I mean, it's like in order to be an engineer, like you pretty much 99% of the time you have to have an engineering degree, unless like I met one guy who didn't have one once, and he had ended up just kind of being at the right place at the right time 20 years ago. But now you have to have an engineering degree. In order to be a doctor, you have to have a medical degree. In order to be a mechanic, you don't need any degree. You don't need anything. And it's not like I'm saying it's like you're not smart if you're a mechanic. Mechanics are some of the smartest people I've ever met. But you don't need a degree. Like, I wish I could yell that from the rooftops. Like, look, for some jobs, it's better if you have a certificate or you have to go to one of their programs. Like if you want to work at Mercedes or BMW or Audi. And even that, I think, is going away. I saw an like a one ad from BMW. They're hiring anybody off the street now. Like, I guess this dealership in particular. They're just hiring anybody. They're like, look, are you alive? Would you like to work here? The economy in the U.S. is super strong right now, and that means people are getting their car fixed, all the time. They need to go to work, and they have the money to pay for it. Some places, in order to get your car fixed, you have to make an appointment and wait a couple of days to come back. It's super busy right now in the automotive world, and this is the last time. This is not the time in history where you have to have a degree. They're hiring anybody in the automotive field. Look, even if you just want to get your foot in the door somewhere, I was in AutoZone the other day, and they were just begging people in line to buying stuff to fill out an application. They're like, "Hey, you want to work here? You want to fill out an application? You might get it. Hey, just fill out the application." Everybody is hiring right now. Okay, just get your foot in the door somewhere. Start working. Start making some money in the automotive field. Okay, and then just keep trying, keep advancing, keep learning, keep buying tools, and you'll climb the ladder. I mean, you may start off at AutoZone, but you know what? You'll learn what all the names of all the parts and what they do, and you'll learn from some of the guys there. And from there, you got to start just building up your resume. Yeah, you might work in parts for a little while somewhere, and then from there you could go to a dealership and say, "Hey, I'd like to start changing oil or whatever," and you get your foot in the door like that. And if you want some actual classes, go to community college. Okay, you don't have to get the whole 2-year degree. You don't have to take any other classes other than automotive if you don't want to. I mean, well, you have to check with your community college. They might want you to take like just a basic English class, but you probably don't even have to take that. I mean, in reality, you don't have to do anything. It's community college. You could wander in off the street, fill out the application, and say, "Hey, I want to take intro to automotive." What are they going to do? Say no? They're like, "Yeah, go ahead, take it." The only thing you might have to do, like for automotive classes, they might want you to take Automotive 101 first, and then you start taking like brakes, suspension, electrical 1, electrical 2. Like they might want you to take electrical 1 before electrical 2. Like they have some order in the classes that you take them. But look, you don't have to get the degree. At the community college I went to, they had like just a certificate program where you just take the automotive classes and none of the English and the math, and I don't know, maybe one science class or like social science or something. I don't know, whatever your community college wants. But yeah, you don't have to take all the other classes if you don't want to. I mean, you don't have to. So don't be afraid from community college for that. Now, for community college, to take about 12 classes, if it's $300-400 a class, maybe a little more, a little less, it's going to cost you about $5,000, dude. $5,000 versus 32 grand. Oh, but you get a 1,500 Matco voucher, so you're going to spend 32 grand to get a $1,500 voucher. It doesn't make sense, dude. It's not adding up. Just think about it. Think about your best choices, and neither one of them are UTI or Lincoln Tech. I guarantee you. I don't care what it said. I'm looking at your comment right now. Let me see. This is totally unscripted, by the way, guys. I don't have time to make this video perfect. I'm sorry, but let me see. Where is your comment? All right, so you go to a trade high school now. You're not that good at bookwork. I mean, that's okay. Look, but listen, when you're in Lincoln Tech or UTI or community college, you're going to have to do bookwork. Like they're going to want you to read like a chapter in the book, and it's just going to be a book about brakes, or a book about intro to automotive, or a book about suspension. But you're going to have to read the book, and they're going to test you on it. Okay, it's not all going to be hands-on. You're going to have to take some tests. So, it's okay that you're not that great at it, but it looks like you try hard in your shop classroom portion. So you're good at trying for stuff. Just maybe try to improve your study habits a little bit. You're going to have to get a little better at it. And I'm sure that you can if you put forth the effort. So, here's some study tips. When you study, you want to try to go to like a nice quiet place, like the library, or, you don't want to study with the TV on. And, just try to read through the book, highlight the things that you think are important. And what I would do is, and I did this in engineering school too, and in automotive school, I would highlight this stuff in the chapter. Like, let's say you want to read chapter 1, go ahead and read it right away. As soon as they assign it, the whole chapter, highlight the stuff, and then, I would have a laptop. And by the way, a laptop, you don't have to spend $1,000 on a laptop. You could get one for like $500. But anyway, and used, you could get them even cheaper. But anyway, so for the laptop, I would make a practice test for each chapter. Like, I'd look through the chapter, say, pretend I was a teacher. I'd be like, what do I think are the most important things in here? And I would find something, and then I would just make a question with like a blank in it. So I might have a question like, let's see, brakes pads are placed in the brake caliper, and they are connected. They're like placed around the brake blank, and then I would just put a blank, and then I'd make another page, and it would just be like answers. So it's like, so question 1, it would be rotors. So I would make question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, whole bunch of questions with the answers on another page, right? And so, but then what I would do is every so often I would try to take my own tests. And, you probably right after it, you're going to remember, but maybe the next day, take your own little practice tests every day. And, I would put all my practice tests like right next to my bed. So in the morning, I would wake up and I would just go through the questions and the answers real quick. And I would just try to do this, at least twice a day. So by the time you get to the tests, like, you're already used to taking your practice tests. And when you go to the real tests, all the topics and everything are already going to be like in your brain already. So just do that. The better you get at making the practice tests, the better you're going to be at taking the real tests. So that's what I do for tests. Hopefully that could help you. And whatever you do to study, just try to get better at it. However you learn. So just try to do that. Let's say you try to practice tests and you find a way that's a little bit better for you. Do it that way. Whatever works. But you just got to keep on doing what they call at Toyota is Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. So try something, see if it works. If it works, if it starts working, maybe try to improve it a little bit so it keeps getting better and better. So that's what they call it at Toyota when I worked there as engineer. So that's what you could do, is just keep trying to Kaizen your study habits. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. This Lincoln Tech at UTI is really making me angry. I wish if UTI were a person, I would push it off of a bridge. No, I'm just kidding, but I would definitely try to press charges against UTI if it were a person and send it to jail. So, I have no script today. I'm just trying to help you out. Let me see what else. So yeah. So you said you got accepted to UTI. Oh wow. Everybody. Let me tell you something. Everybody gets accepted to UTI. Don't let them trick you. It's not like they had some board meeting and tried to decide if you were going to get in. Everybody gets in to UTI, Lincoln Tech, and Community College. Everybody gets in. Everybody who can pay gets in. If you're breathing and you can pay, you get in. One time I tried to, for preparation for my video, I tried to request UTI to tell me how much it would cost to go there. Like, I went on their website and I put my email address in. And they didn't even get back to me for like friggin' 8 months. And they got back to me. They were like, and I put in a fake name. I just put like Macho Man. And they were like, hey, Macho Man, do you still want to come to UTI? I was like, no. I don't want to come to your lame, super expensive school. So yeah, don't believe UTI and Lincoln Tech. They're the worst. And I have no financial reason to tell you that. I don't even get any money from my YouTube page because I'm not monetized, so I don't care. I want everyone to know that they're terrible schools. They're way too much money, and I hope they both go out of business. I really do. I hope that both of them go out of business because they're taking advantage of students who just want to fix cars, and they're charging them all this money, and it's a total ripoff. And dude, you do not want $55,000 in debt. Because first of all, remember I did a video about it. Just because I say $32,000 in debt, you're going to pay back more than that because of interest. So, I mean, 32,000 in debt. I don't know. It might be 38,000, 39. I'll depend on what your interest rate is. And these student loans, dude, they never go away. Never. Like it's a Ponzi scheme, these student loans, because all the people like me who actually have jobs and can afford to pay them back are paying them back. And then all the people who just default on them, I got to pay for their foolishness. And, it's ridiculous. So, whatever. It's cool because I could afford my student loans, but as a mechanic, you're not going to be making that much money, dude. I mean, especially when you first start. And then you're going to be wanting to buy tools and a toolbox and all this stuff, and it's going to be too much money. And dude, you might not even like being a mechanic. I mean, let's be honest. You might get there and hate it, okay? And there's a lot of stuff that you might not know about being a mechanic. Like, listen, at a dealership, like it's fun at all at first, but dude, it becomes like a freaking game of Survivor, man. Like, people are fighting, like not fist fighting, but like, forming alliances and getting in good with the service manager, and they're like making deals to get the best work. They're like, oh, because like there's a difference in the dealership between warranty work and customer pay work. So warranty work, like you're just getting paid from the manufacturer, and they don't pay you that much money. Like if you fix the brakes pads under warranty, they might pay you like, I don't know, just as an example, like 0.7 hours. But if a customer comes in and is paying for that brake job, like your car's out of warranty, you might get like 1.5 hours. Like it's the same exact job, but warranty, you'll get paid less. So the mechanics are fighting to get those good customer pay jobs that they can do fast and that they've done 100 times, so they can get more hours that week, because you get paid based on how many hours you turn, how many hours you build a customer. So mechanics are like friggin' gossiping and backbiting each other, and sometimes they try to sabotage each other. Is it? And not saying every dealership's like this, but some dealerships are like that, and it makes people not want to be mechanics anymore. So you might get to this dealership you think you want to work at, and you just hate the work environment, but now you got $50,000 plus in student loans, or even $30,000 plus in student loans, and you're just buried. Like, dude, you're gonna mess. Not you, but I mean, you could potentially mess up your life with going to either one of these schools, and it's going to be hard to recover from that. You don't want that much debt when you're first starting out in life. This isn't debt that's going to do anything for you. It's not like it's debt to where you buy a house and you're in debt, but the house will go up in value. Like these bogus certificates from UTI and Lincoln Tech are never going to go up in value, and you don't even need them in the first place. You can get those same classes from community college for like $5,000. And so you don't get a $1,500 voucher. Oh, who cares? You don't need that right now anyway. You get like $100 worth of. I have a video for $100 tool set from Harbor Freight. That'll give you all your basic tools. You can get yourself a little $200 or $300 toolbox, with wheels and a lock. That's all you need. They're like some little Craftsman toolbox or something used you get off Craigslist. Okay, so now you've invested $100 in tools. Let's say $200 in the toolbox. So that's $300. Maybe get another couple $100 worth of tools. Like I have a video, tools that'll make you money. Get those. So $500. You got tools in the toolbox. Okay, you want to get something. Here's what you could do. You could get those $500 for tools in the toolbox. community college, take the intro to automotive class, and brakes and suspension. There's like 3 classes that might cost you $900. So $1,400 it cost you. From there, just from those 3 classes, some tools and toolbox, you can start looking for a job. Dude, you can start looking for a job. An investment of maybe $1,500. And I'm telling you, you can get a job with that. Like, you just like, look, I'm in school, apply to Pet Boys or something. Like, look, I could work on the weekends and evenings. I've taken my first couple classes. I got A's and B's in them or whatever. And make a list of this is my idea. Make a list of all the cars that you fix, like for your friends or your family. And if you have a little car, like, look, I did this oil change this date on Buick LeSabre 2004 or whatever. I did an oil change on this date, and then just keep making the list of everything that you do, and you know, so you do that, and also make sure you got your driver's license, and make sure there's no DUIs, there's nothing bad in the driver's license. And here's one more thing you need to do. And this is not coming from a religious perspective, even though I do go to church. This is coming from an employment perspective. Do not do any drugs at all. Don't do 420, no smoking, anything. Don't do none of that, because that will limit your employment prospects, okay? A lot of places do drug tests, okay? Pet Boys, when I work there, they drug test you. And they drug test you is not for, like they care what you're doing at home. It's for insurance purposes. Because if you get hurt in the shop, they're going to drug test you before you can claim any workman's comp or anything. So, don't do anything like that, and continue not to do that, because it could catch up to you. They could test you at any time. So do those things. And also, this is also kind of a touchy subject. If you don't have any tattoos on your neck or on your face, don't get any tattoos like that. Some places, they don't want to hire you if you got those type of tattoos. If you do have those type of tattoos, cover them up with makeup before you go in for an interview. You want to go in looking nice, haircut, clean clothes. You don't have to wear a 3-piece suit for a mechanic interview, but clean, maybe a polo shirt and a nice pair of pants and some work boots, and go in there, look the guy in his eye, shake his hand, not too firm, but, nice and firm, and, try to have a good interview. But yeah, that's how you can get a job, dude. $1,500 investment, 3 classes, community college, couple $100 in tools and toolbox, and go start making money, okay? Enough with the spending money. Go start making money. Get your foot in the door at Pet Boys. They're going to give you, I think they got little modules too that you can take. I think I remember taking some of those when I was there, but yeah, take those modules. And this is what you do once you get your foot in the door. Work hard and start studying for your ASEs, okay? Those are the certifications that's going to get you jobs. So I'm going to do a whole video about ASEs. But that's what people really care about, because those tests are hard, and they're much harder than going to UTI or Lincoln Tech. So there you go. There's my advice. That's what you can do. You can do that, and you can start working as a mechanic for friggin' $1,500. And by the way, here's just another thing. So they say, you got to take, like 12 classes or whatever. In my opinion, some of those classes you don't need as much as they say you need them. Like for automatic transmission and manual transmission, like you'll probably rebuild one if you go to one of UTI, Lincoln Tech, or community college, and that's fun. But after that, like when you're in a dealer, most dealerships don't rebuild those things anymore. They send them out to a place that all they do is rebuild transmissions. Like I know at Honda, we didn't rebuild transmissions. You would diagnose them for slipping or codes, and if you diagnosed it that it needed a new transmission, they will drop and swap it. Okay, they'll drop the old one out. They send a new one in a crate, and you put the new one in. You're not rebuilding. Most dealerships are not rebuilding transmissions. They're not rebuilding manual transmissions either. And most cars aren't even manual anymore anyways. You'll rarely even do a clutch anyway. So, I mean, those classes, you could take them or not if you want to get the certificate. Also, air conditioning, unless you live in a really hot area, you probably won't use a lot of air conditioning anyway, and here's why. If you're working at Pet Boys, if it's a huge air conditioning repair, most people are not going to get it because the car is old and they'll probably just drive with the windows open like I used to when I was poor. So, you know, you might recharge them and once in a while replace a part, but other than that, you're not doing a whole bunch of AC work. And AC is not even that complicated. I mean, you recover, you do a vacuum test, and you charge it back up. And, you know, it's not that hard. There's like 7 different conditions. There's, I don't know, 7 or 8 different conditions with the low and the high side that you might need to know. But once you know, dude, if you were here, I could teach you everything in AC in probably friggin' 3 days. It's not that complicated. But anyway, yeah, the most important classes are intro, brakes, suspension, electrical. Get good at electrical. Just believe me, electrical is where it's at. Get really good at that. Engine performance and you know, those are the ones I could think of offhand. Anyway, this video is getting long. I'm sorry if it's not as entertaining as the other ones with all the gifts, but I just want to throw this up. And if you got any other questions, just hit me up in the comments. But please don't go to UTI or Lincoln Tech. Just go to community college, or if you don't want to go there, just try to sneak into the industry like I talked about in my video. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you know when I put up a video. And have a good one.